Greetings, beloved. Hope all is well with each and every one of you tuning in. The Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360. Follow me on Instagram, like, share, follow, like, share, follow, like, share, follow. So I hope everyone's doing well. I had a lot of business to take care of today, running errands in and out of stores and blah, blah. So I'm just tuning in a little bit later than I tend to. So as I adjust with this YouTube stuff, just keep that in mind that I'm kind of learning as I go, and the followers that I have, I really appreciate you. Follow, share, and like. Follow, share, and like. Follow, share, and like. I got a little bit of scratchiness here in my throat. So let me take a swig. Water, it does the body good. Does the body good. It does the body good. So another day in America, KKK. So many disturbing things came out today, and I don't know even where to start. Jacob Blake, say his name, Jacob Blake. Yeah. So I'm going to kind of go in deep on this one because it is so necessary for the new administration to do something about this stuff that we see day in and day out, day in, excuse me, day in and day out, day in and day out. It's enough. We have been saturated. You know, it's always been going on with the police shootings of unarmed Black people, women, melanated men and women. I think we're at a saturation point. Let me read my disclaimer so I don't get into any kind of legal stuff. So let me just read the Fair Use Act disclaimer. Fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Yeah. So another day in America, KKK. So I don't even know where to start. I did not make any notes because I wanted to speak totally from my heart and my spirit. I got a few things that I want to say, and I don't want to offend anyone, but enough is enough. We are so poised with all of the attacks, countless numbers of attacks. This man was shot at point blank range. Think about that. There was one video that showed the pig police officer holding his T-shirt as he continued to shoot at least 7 bullets in his back. In his back. Just resonate with that, in his back, because there's been so many of these incidences. So we just kind of go to the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And sometimes the sister in Chicago, there was an attempt to silence her and not even give her any press. And that happened 2 years ago, I believe. I stand to be corrected if it's a year, but I think I saw 2018. So we are under assault. As I referenced Sister Soldier's CD, probably 25 years ago. That was probably the early 90s, or probably, 25, 30 years ago. And she said, we're at war. We're at war. We are at war. Day-to-day operations of my life, I don't even see too many police, to be honest with you. I don't see, for this size, this is the 5th largest city in the USA. I think we have a melanated police chief, female. I don't know if there's an attempt to kind of tone down. I mean, we've had a couple since I've been here. I can remember one in Mesa, Arizona. And I think the police chief over there stepped down or something. I'm not 100% on that, but I want to stay on Jacob Blake. A young man, a parent, a father. He may not ever walk again. And now, insult to injury, I'm going to try not to curse because I know that's not what I tend to do. But I'm so outraged. I'm just so over this inadequate level of justice. So police have full reign on Black and brown bodies. And they know, where was this? Kenosha County. I gotta figure out where, because I couldn't watch the video again. Let's see, Wisconsin. I had a couple of friends they moved. It was a twins. It was a twin, and I was close to one, and he had a twin. He was around my age, and he said, I think they lived in Milwaukee. I believe they lived in Milwaukee. But he was like, it was hell on wheels back then, And like I said, we're around the same age. So, we're talking like 60s, 70s or 70s. Teenager. I was a teenager in the 70s and 80s. This is, I can't even say it's shocking. And that pains me. I don't know this family. I do not know his children. I don't know his mother. I don't know his father. But I feel you cannot be you can be a human being and not feel anything. You can be a human being and you feel something. Human being. That young man, he was obviously walking away from the police officer. So what did he choose to do? Get his attention, put 7 bullets, point blank range in his back. No charges will be filed. that's the insult to injury, because he's already possibly, I don't want to put that out there, but he may have a lot of rehabilitation to get the use of his legs again. Okay. So I think he's like in his maybe late 20s, 30s. And the pig police officer, he's gone on with his life. Not even reprimand, maybe a reprimand. I don't know about the internal investigation, but the end of the story is he became paralyzed. Jacob Blake became paralyzed after the encounter with the police. That's the end story. We know about that. Everyone's like, well, we don't know what happened. Well, why would anyone, if they needed to arrest him, just slap cuffs on him and take him downtown and process him and blah, blah, blah. It wasn't even that simple in the mind of a police officer that moment. And probably been many others, maybe not as deadly or, potentially fatal. It's the young man survived. And they are still not going to charge. Caption on my phone, Jacob Blake, no charges for Kenosha cop and shooting. DA cites self-defense. See, this is the mindset. Now, if he's walking away, he has his back to him. That way he was putting the bullets in his back, 7 bullets. He wasn't a threat. He was unarmed. Even if he was armed, I believe this state, I think there's, you can have open carry. I don't know exactly the laws. But even if he had a weapon, which he didn't, is there a reason to put 7 gunshots in his body? If you want to stop the person from fleeing, and they get a command, and they have their back to you, they're walking away, why can't you, if you are so inclined, not issue what potentially could have been a deadly shot? I mean, that young man survived 7 bullets in his back, point blank range. I believe there's a video of him holding, the pig police officer holding his T-shirt. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Those children may never know the father as he was. He still has the essence of himself. He can't play with his boys, his sons, his daughters. This is an atrocity. This is a big mark. We've had so many last year. And perhaps we're only 4 days into the new year. There's something happening right now throughout this country with, oops, he was unarmed. Oops, we plant stuff. Oops, we do malicious things. I believe the police officers, I'd say 50% good. They need to be on the force. They don't use excessive force. They have a sensibility. They have a mindset of humanity. The other 50%, not so much. Hence, Jacob Blake, Jacob Blake, Jacob Blake. It's disgusting. And this country continues to operate in this fashion. And I don't understand the mindset of a person who could do that. How do you feel that they could be fair in their treatment of Black and brown people? You know, this is not something we can ever, oh well, it's it happened so many months ago. It happened this, we are just so we are kind of like what's the word? I'm just trying to find some words right now. To see those images, I did not watch the video before I came on. Clearly, that's going to be embedded in memory in our minds, in hearts, in the hearts of many. Hearts of many. And the fact, insult to injury, those officers will not be charged. Will not be charged. Self-defense. DA cites self-defense. He was walking away. If he got a command and they wanted to arrest him, that's it. Okay. Next story. He was walking away. So in the mindset, now we start guessing ourselves and each other. Oh, well, it was the DA. He said, self-defense. And then we start questioning ourselves. Oh, maybe it was, I wasn't there. And I'm like, we're just being told anything and everything. That's not true. So I believe this new administration, they got a lot of work to do, because Madam Vice President, she has history in California, arresting or being, not arresting, I'm sorry, to have stiffer penalties for Black and brown people. And then President-elect, he has the crime bill, 1994. So he should search that team, the new administration. We need to do some mandatory. We can spend money on other things. It should be mandatory. The first 100 days, the first 100 days, you have to do psychological testing on all police officers. Anybody's carrying a gun legally, that's being paid. Let me just clarify that. They should be, I don't care if they've been on the force 6 days or 6 years or 25 years or almost about to retire. We have to do across the board psychological evaluation on all police officers. Why can't we? And incoming. So those who on the force, if you got 200 police officers, 500 police officers, go A through Z, A through B or A through C. This will be your date. You can figure it out. because we have to know people who are licensed. Remember the show or the movie License to Kill? So they have a license. They are legally, we are paying their salaries to kill our brothers and sisters, our melanated people, children, young people, uh, um, any kind of age. They're just doing whatever. I'm going to say 21 plus or 18 plus, because I think there's just been so many. It's just been so many. Yeah, it's been so many. And our hearts are we are traumatized. We are traumatized. It's not our family, it's not our loved one, but it's a sister, it's a brother. So the compassionate side of our nature, we feel for these families. How dare that DA, no charges, um, no charges for Kenosha cop shooting. DA cites self-defense. What kind of crap is that? When the video showed he was walking away, I believe he was holding his t-shirt, and when he was popping the bullets in his back. That's a punk ass move. Pardon my French. I know it was gonna come up. That was totally a punk ass move. I hope okay. I don't want to say it again, but I'm so I don't want to say disappointed, because that means I had an expectation. I'm never disappointed with the police. They always, I'd say, like I said, 50%, 50% probably above board. They do everything by the book. Because I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. 50%. But every person drawing a salary, detectives, everything, everyone, you need to have psychological, because I know there's something in the mind, especially when you see Black and brown people, there's like overseer mentality, um, um, overseer slash police officer slash, they see us as runaway slaves. I guess that's what it is. Is that what it is? So can we have a sensitivity testing to note if this person is more biased to have bias towards Black and brown people? I mean, we need to have those questions answered, because this has been happening so many times, way before cameras. It's now just being filmed. It's just being filmed now. So this is really upsetting. That could have been my son, and I can't imagine what he is feeling right now. Because I have a humanity. I have a level of humanity. I have a sense, I'm the mother of civilization. So melanated women, we feel it here, deep in our spirit. And as long as we are coming up under quote unquote dominant society, you know, and we are trying to act like them, live like they live, be like it's just like we're perpetuating the fraud. We're not doing things, we're not mindful in our actions. Because if some people are saying, well, he already, I guess he deserved it. Shut the you know what up. This is very disturbing to me. Because when I read I have some app. I'm not going to mention the app. Um, App. When I saw that, I was in disbelief. But yet, it wasn't shocking. That's the other side. We're shocked, but not surprised, or surprised and not shocked. So, it's America KKK. I mean, this is what we have been living amongst. Our ancestors have been, they paved the way. Uh, they knew what we were dealing with. They knew our plight. They knew the opposition was going to be great. Some people with guns, they see us perhaps as runaway slaves. I'm not being funny. I'm just saying, we have been so um what am I the adjective I want to use? We've been so poisoned by this society. Yeah, we have been poisoned by this society. So examine that, self-examination time. So have you been poisoned by this society? Do you believe everything that you're being told? Do you believe it truly? Seriously? So it's shocking, not surprising, not. This is where we are. I believe, is it British? What is it? Some London? Somewhere around the pond. I don't even know if they have, the bully clubs. I mean, I don't know if they have weapons. I'm not sure. I don't want to, don't quote me on that. But there is other ways to police people, citizens. So when we were considered three-fifths of a human, that's how they see us. 2021, January 4th, 2021. That's how they see us. Not worthy of humanity, not worthy of decent respect. Book that young man, take him downtown. Your hands are clean. Hey, put him in the system. If he's did something, broke a crime, or had a crime was committed, just let the system work itself. And go on to the next person, the next situation. But the fact that we have so much in our face of bias, oh well, if it was a white man, shut up. No, no. Everyone, no. It's very, very clear. This country completely, completely sees color. There's nothing, no in, ends, or buts about it. We see color. We see color. We notice color. We see color. Don't say, oh, colorless society. I hope that I can live to see, all kumbaya, kumbaya. No, not as long as Black people are the melanated. I mean, that's the dominating gene. That's the dominant gene. Period. And so This is a sad day. This is a sad day. And I had some other topics that I wanted to go over, but um, we have to be in mourning. We have to be in mourning. And we have to consider, you hate to say it, bulletproof vests. Bulletproof vests. Bulletproof vests. How much are they? $100? People spend that on sneakers, you know, a bulletproof vest. A bulletproof vest, a bulletproof vest. We're at war. A bulletproof vest. We're at war. A bulletproof vest. This is the only way we can, like Sean Bell just came up for me. Sean Bell. That was probably 18 years ago, 15 years ago. I can look it up. But Sean Bell, right before he got married, the weekend of his wedding, something like that. 18 bullets, 17 bullets, something like that. I mean, it continues to happen. So this new administration, whether they got in by hook or crook, in, if Trump got anything to do with it, of course he's not going to lay down and usher them in and go to the inauguration. So we know that. But if the new administration gets in there, that should be within the first 100 days. We cannot afford to lose any more Black and brown people at the hands of police, the hands of police. Because they're trying to exterminate us with the COVID. That's another story, another time. And now someone came out, I want to say Hank Aaron. I don't want to mention someone that wasn't a part of that. I think, yes, Hank Aaron, I think he's in Georgia. He took the vaccine and he wanted to encourage other Black people to take the vaccine. That'll probably be my topic tomorrow. So there has to be a change in this country. We built this country, we ain't leaving. If you decide to leave, that's cool. I'm all for that, But if we're staying here, we built this, you know what? We're going to stay here. We deserve, if no one else deserves to stay here, we deserve to stay here because our ancestors built this country for free. And they were enslaved. They were beaten, whipped, raped, sodomized, lynched. We don't have, they don't want to give us rightfully or due reparations. How dare this country? How dare this country? So my heart is heavy. Heart is heavy. I really, we're resilient people. I mean, the fact that we are, I mean, they really want a race war. They really want a race war because that way they can, you know, do a lot of damage with these weapons that they have, AK-40, whatever they are, AK-15. I don't know all the languages with weaponry, but now with the COVID and the person who I'm going to do the research for tomorrow's topic, I believe it was Hank Aaron. He wants us to all get in line for the vaccine. No, 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 no. Like I said, if we are eating right, we're not drinking, drugging ourselves to death. If we use, medicinal THC or, whatever, there are some practitioners out here. For example, they help people manage with cannabis. I'm not saying medicinally, what I am saying recklessly. We have to be on our A game in this jungle. It's a jungle out here. So you can't be like, hey girlfriend, what's going on? Hey boyfriend, what's going on? We're just kind of out of our minds. We can't be like that. We have to be, you know, we have to be on all we have to be on our square. We have to be on our square because this is a jungle. We are living in the jungle. I don't know if I've got to, whenever COVID lifts, I'm going to definitely do some travel because I want to see what people are doing outside of this country. I've been to other places. I've traveled definitely, but in the last not too much in the last 7 years. I mean, just I think domestic. I don't think I've gone anywhere out of the country. Clearly, I want to see how other people do this policing. Because if the new administration, if they know what is going to get them possibly reelected, possibly not, they're going to have to, you know, step up the game. They're going to have to make some wrongs right. Madam Vice President and President elect, they're going to have to make some um, right. They have to make some things right. They have some tarnished record or records. And my heart is just really, I just, what more can we take before we break? Before we break. I'm just asking, what more can we take? We have to be strong. We have to be positive. We have to, in the midst of all of this chaos and confusion, this is the only thing this country knows is chaos and confusion. We were brought here, chaos and confusion, selling property. We were sold. What mindset does that? What mindset says 3/5 of a human? So what I'm saying to you is we have to rethink this whole America thing, USA thing. And we really have to rethink all this. I mean, I'm staying here because I know I deserve to be here, if that makes sense, because of what my ancestors went through. If I get to a place that I want to leave this country, to go to another country, that would be, my family and my family, my mother, my family, and we would have a conversation, and we'll get to that. If no one else believes that they need to be here, want to be here, that would be the melanated woman and man, because we paid for this. We paid daily price. I mean, we paid daily to be here. If we elect to leave here, it will be by our own doing, not kicking us out, because you can't do that. But we have a right to be here. I will say that. We have a right to be here. And this is what I know. This is what I know to be true. But what I will say to that officer, not no kind of way, not feeling any kind of way. But in life, we plant seeds. I talked about this a few days ago. We plant seeds of destruction. We plant seeds of goodwill. We plant seeds of destruction. We plant seeds of goodwill. And so you know where I'm going with this. So the old saying, what comes around goes around. If it's not, I will just say it like that. Let's just keep it. You know where I'm going. Yeah. But I'm not putting any kind of energy out there, but I'm just saying that young man had children. He had a spouse. He has a spouse, excuse me. I'm doing past tense, sorry. So he has a wife, he has children, and whatever comes around goes around. I do believe that. I do believe that. So long video. This was just really heavy on my heart today when I saw that report. I knew that I wanted to speak to that, but definitely the new administration, this is your opportunity, because we have to do a complete revamping of the system. We have to do we have to clean shop. And what better way to do it is in the first 100 days of your administration, and to make the wrongs that you both did in ways right. So we're going to be paying attention. We're going to be watching. We're going to be paying attention. We're going to see. We're going to just wait and see. See what's going to come out of this 100 days. I think the first 100 days will tell me what is to be expected of this administration. So it's good to see Black and brown people in the administration, blah, blah, blah. If they're just faces, we're back at square one. If we're just tokens, we're back in square one. So we're watching. We're definitely watching. So I'm going to say thank you so much for tuning in to the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360. Follow, like, share, subscribe. Follow, like, share, and subscribe. My heart was heavy today. I almost didn't come on, but I knew I wanted to lift that young man up in spirit and in truth. And I just feel for family, the children, his children. And I look forward to your comments. If you want to contact me, please do. And yeah, I'll burn a light candle for him again tonight. A sad day in this country. We can do this without a blink of an eye. We don't even shudder anymore. We're just not even. We're so numb to the plight of Black and brown people. But one day, this too shall pass. All right, I'm out of here. Enjoy your evening, and think about Jacob Blake. Jacob Blake. Jacob Blake.